Everybody, good Friday to you. This is Pastor Ramsey, and
First Lady Alicia Ramsey. We are in the family room on snow day number 3 in the
yeah,
Ramsey household.
yes, a lot of snow, a lot of plowing, a lot of cold, but we're here. We're ready to roll. Listen, glad you guys could be with us. You guys know the drill. As you come in today, why don't you give us a thumbs up, holler at us. I see you guys coming in quickly, so God bless you.
Yes.
Thank you. Share it with your friends that we are on, so they can log in and be a part as well. If you don't have any friends, make sure you get you some friends next week, and then you can share it with them that we are on and ready to roll.
Yes. Today is Flow With It Friday. So we want to make sure that you tag someone to share, because really on this day today, we want to make sure that everyone is okay. We want to make sure that you're okay. If you have something on your heart that you want to talk about, we are ready and willing and able to have that conversation.
Right, and that's really what Flow With Us Friday is really all about. Is we kind of open up, do some of the things we normally do, give you a couple of announcements, and then we jump right on into what our subjects are going to be. This is your Friday, so to speak, where you guys can come at us with any questions, any subjects, almost any subjects. No, pretty much any subjects you can come to us with, and we can be able to give you some response to those, and and really kind of elaborate on some things today, and give you the feedback that you need.
Good. Great to see you, Martina. Good to see you, Nicole. Hi, Regina. Hi, Jackie, Marvin, Galen, Taiwan. So everyone is here. Good
Yeah.
to see you, Norma Jean. Great to see you, Dee. It's wonderful to see all of you, Lagathia. We have a faithful group. Cheryl's here with us today. I love that you guys are on it.
Yeah.
When it comes. Hi, Lisa. It's great to see you. Well, hello, Sister Mary.
Is Marvin on yet?
Danica. No, but if Jackie's on, Marvin's not too far away.
Marvin always rolling in later.
Yeah, he's not too far away. It is Flow With It Friday, and this is our third day, snow day. Well, first of all, that first day shouldn't have been no snow day. There wasn't no snow yet.
They could have went to school that day.
They could have went to school on Wednesday.
Hit that night.
Yeah, because it didn't even hit till after school hours. Even They would have been home on the bus and all that. So that didn't happen. Thursday, I can understand.
Oh yeah,
you know. And today, back in the day, we went to school in this.
We sure did.
We walked to school in this.
12 miles uphill both ways.
No, but I'm serious. Like, we didn't have no bus. We walked to school.
No, I walked to school sometime in this stuff too. So it was serious. But you can't even bring that stuff up around the kids. They got.
No, well, I'm just talking to our audience that's on here, but they remember that you prayed, and it wasn't no voicemail, it wasn't no text message. You watched the television like you were waiting to be drafted into the NBA,
and then the little ticker tape will go across.
And then if you missed it, it was in alphabetical order.
You got to keep staring. You got to wait. So they started again.
Even when I talked to Perry Township, I taught Perry Township, you had to wait till it got to the P's because back then they had phone trees.
Yeah.
So you were responsible for calling 5 people on your list, and they were responsible for calling 5 people on their list. But you would sit there and you would just watch.
Yeah.
And wait for it. And then if you missed it, you had to go wait.
If you ran out of room, you'd be like, did they get to the P's yet?
Did they get to the P's yet? Did they get to the W's yet? Now these kids, it's a voice message, 5:30. 4:30.
Text message, phone call, voice message, all kind of stuff. Emails.
And I'm like, and they're like, oh, no, school.
They do everything but come over your house and tell you.
And I think they really using this e-learning thing because you have so many days of school. You have 180 something days of school legally that you have to attend. So once the state allowed them to use e-learning days as actual days, they're taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
Because that's why snow days.
Definitely the first day.
Yeah, the snow days are written into the calendar because, you can only have so many snow days. They have a whole system to it. But nowadays, these kids, e-learning day. E-learning day. Look, Danica says, yes, waiting to see Wayne Township took forever. Yeah, because y'all was at the bottom. Definitely doing that. It is great to see all of you in the family room today. What are you doing?
I'm reading Mary. She said they need to put snow days back.
They did. And they do have some snow days, like Zionsville for Jeremiah today is a snow day. So he doesn't have to do any work today. His other 2 days were e-learning, but I'm just going to tell y'all now, I ain't doing none of that stuff.
Yeah.
I had worked it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you
With
couldn't do it
us,
both.
I couldn't do it with them.
Yeah.
So I told his teacher he's doing well. God bless you. Thank you, Jesus. And Judah did her stuff, and we're
And
good
Jay
to
was
go.
watching church all
And
day.
he was watching church all day, so he was getting spiritually fed. There goes Marvin. Good afternoon, family room, pastor and first lady. I'm right here, pastor.
All right, Marvin, I feel you, man. Good to hear from you, man. Always make sure you take care of that health, handling that business. I know his wife don't play with that.
Yeah, flow with it Friday. Regina says this: my daughter's school has decided to take one of their spring break days away. I'm telling you, them kids better stop praying for all these days off. Tracy says IPS has been off since Wednesday, and she works in IPS as well. So yeah. We definitely understand, and safety is important. So we really understand the importance of safety as well.
How many guys been shoveling your driveways?
Go ahead and talk about it.
No, I'm curious. I'm curious because people don't do that like they used to.
No, but tell them what you love to do.
No, it ain't that I love to do it.
Babe, nobody else is getting up. If you notice in this neighborhood, you're the only one.
I gotta represent my people.
I just want you to
represent our culture, our
you
people.
Get excited.
I gotta represent
and tell them why you get excited.
No, I don't think it's like that. See, but you say it is.
Babe, nobody else was out there.
I just be trying to get the stuff cleared up.
Okay, so you're excited to you like to get it out there and get it done and fire it up, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about
snow blower. I'll get up there with my snow blower early in the morning, like I did this morning and last couple of days, and get the driveway done and the walkways and all that type of thing, only to come back the next morning and to do it again.
So he was out there with his snowblower. We weren't going nowhere, but he was out there.
Yeah, I just wanted to clear it off.
With his snowblower, and
I got to represent right.
He is, because he wants to make sure they know that
it's not a lot of us's, so I got to represent.
The people of Black History Month, yes.
Yeah, Black History Month.
Black History Month.
I had to be the person to clean the driveway.
I had to be the first one to represent our history matters. We overcame, we overcome, we live in these neighborhoods, we're diverse.
I felt like singing Negro Spiritual when I was out there, though.
But you like doing it. You like it. And you would even be out there with the shovel. Even before we had a snowblower, you would get out there with the shovel.
Yeah.
And do it because you would, that's just your thing.
Yeah. I just want my stuff clear. It's just supposed to be clear.
I understand.
It don't look right when you driving all over a foot of snow and stuff.
Is it a little OCD in there?
No, there isn't, because you're the queen of OCD. There's no OCD left. There's no OCD left after you.
Okay, but we're not going nowhere. Nobody's coming over our house.
How many of y'all think I got OCD?
So in regards to you with the yard, you don't think you're like that with the yard and the driveway? And
it's got to look right.
Okay. Pastor bought them poles. You know them poles? No, y'all don't know. So I'm going to explain it to you because y'all didn't do that. He buys these poles to put into the yard so that when the snow is being cleared, nobody runs into the grass.
Yeah.
Okay. There was no snow, and we didn't have no snow coming.
But it was coming.
No, it wasn't even coming in when you was trying to put those poles in the yard.
And I took all those out.
And I said, babe, can you please remove those poles? We the only one out here with poles in our yard. And you said, but one day the snow's going to be coming.
I still don't think I got OCD like you, though.
When it comes to cleaning the yard and stuff, I think you did.
The yard and driveway, yes.
But remember, you got mad when they put those little flags in the yard, and we found out they had to have the flags in the yard to mark.
Yeah, because they be marking for gas lines, I guess, when they building all these other houses and stuff, and they got put little spray paint marking your grass and stuff.
Yeah,
that ain't good.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. And you and the mailman, I don't know, there's something going on between you and the mailman.
We got a hate relationship
because he keeps noticing that the mailman is turning around and hitting our grass.
And keep going through the grass.
He keeps going. I don't notice anything, but just be careful, because we don't want any postal rage, because postal workers. Yeah. Nothing against if you were a postal worker.
Yeah. God bless you if you're postal. I don't want the violence.
If you're a postal worker, we're praying for you. We're not saying nothing against you. We're just saying this one we have here. OCD. This is what Norma Jean says. OCD bad. He tried to clean the windows. I had to tell Pastor I got that at church. Jean said you tried to clean the windows of the doors at church.
I don't recall that moment right at the moment. I don't recall. Jean, ain't you supposed to be working or something? Ain't you supposed to be working, cleaning something?
Lachelle says this. Yes, my husband is the same way. Our elder neighbors love to see him started because he
goes
he
over to
does.
their yard.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
Yeah, I thought about it, but my hands got cold.
And then they make them the best cookies. That's sweet. No, oh, you thought about doing our neighbor?
Yeah, I seriously thought about it.
But
today when I came out there, they had a professional plower had already cleaned theirs off. I was like, well, they could have did mine.
You used to do that.
I'm trying to be nice. They could have been nice.
Remember the rental house that we were in, and you were out there with the snowplow?
Oh God, that was
and
funny.
We had a family from India that were next door, and tell them about the wife.
Dude was funny. We had so much snow out there.
We had a ton of snow.
And so he saw me out there with the snow blower. I got the shovel and the snow blower. I'm going at it, right? And he comes over. We had never met before. We never met, never talked. I didn't even know he could talk. I had only seen him a couple times.
Yeah.
But he came over. He came out there. He's breathing real hard. He said, you have snow blower? I said, yes, sir. He said, can I use it when you get done? I said, yeah, I got you. I said, just let me finish this up real quick. And so he came back out when he saw me finishing it up. And he looked at me, he said, I don't know how to use it. I said, all right. I said, I got you. So we went over here. I said, I'll help you. So I went over here, his driveway, and I'm firing it up and everything. He said, now you got to pull this in. You got to do this and everything. So you got that part? He said, yeah. So I did part of his for it. So he knows how it works.
Showing him how to use a snowblower.
And so I said, okay, man, you use it as long as you need to. When you get done, let me know, bring it on over. And we're good. Babe, he was out there for about 10 minutes.
And then what did he do?
He came back over with the snowblower.
Tell the people what he did.
He came back over with the snowblower, out of breath. He said, this is not good for me. This is not good for me. I'm out of shape. You can have your snowblower. And I said, man, you didn't do nothing but put 2 lines down. He said, that's all we need, 2 lines.
And then after the snow.
And then after he did the 2 lines, I said, your wife got on you, didn't she? I said, she probably going to leave you. I said, she probably going to leave you if you don't do that driveway. I said, man, let me help you out, man. So I did a little bit of it.
Ooh, I'll have to answer Danica's question about the ISTEP. They also, but then remember when it was time for grass.
Yeah.
He didn't cut the grass either.
He never cut the grass.
And so we had someone come over to cut our grass for us because we had so much going on. And what happened there? What did the wife say?
He came out and caught our guy and said, can you do my yard too? His yard was about this high. And so my guy looked at me. I said, hey, man, charge what you got to charge, man.
I know that's right.
He said, cool, because I'm about to get busy up in here. And he was knocking it out.
Okay, I'm looking for Danica's question. It says, First Lady, how do you feel about ISTEP? The twins make all A's and B's and didn't pass. They were off by 4 on one test and 9 on the other. The retake is on Mondays. Please pray. I definitely will pray for them because a lot of young people have test anxiety. Our children had test anxiety.
I had test anxiety.
And it is
all through college.
It is very stressful because if you even see, they're making changes with SAT requirements, ACT requirements, because basing their academic ability off of just that test is totally wrong. They're going to be fine. Only 4 points off and 9 points off. They're going to definitely be fine with it. Yeah. But that is why
a lot of schools are making adjustments.
Yeah, and some children have to, apply for the waiver. But I never agreed with children being judged just off of those academic assessments. When they brought in No Child Left Behind, that's actually a part of my final dissertation paper in regards to how they assess children and how they put them in these categories based off of these national assessment pieces. Like you and I, if we would have had to pass the state standardized test, the GRE, if we would have had to pass those tests, we would have been in trouble because I didn't do testing well either.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I probably had the lowest test in the history of my city because back when I did it, back when we did it, if you got a full scholarship and your grades were good enough to get a full scholarship from a university, it didn't matter what the test was.
Oh, wait.
So I just rolled up in there and started checking stuff. Because, I have my GPA. I had already signed my college papers, and they did not go by that. They, as an athlete, if you got that GPA, you good.
And Johnny struggled with.
I came up in there with sandwiches and stuff.
We had Johnny do the SAT as opposed to the ACT because his strong suit, math and science. but yet he had test anxiety. So we had hired, remember, we had to hire
Yeah, we hired a tutor.
A serious tutor that just specialized in the SAT.
Exactly.
Because, woo, that was rough for him.
And sometimes you have to do that because that's what got his confidence up. He took it a couple of times. He got that training. His confidence went up, and that last time he did really well.
He did better, much better. But all that is real. And, you know, our kids are under so much stress, and the world is under stress right now. So think about it. We're in the middle of, we're still in this pandemic. We're still in this, you know, issue of mask, no mask, and all these debates that are going on. And these kids are required to take standardized tests. They have not exempt them from the test. In the midst of all that is going on in the world today, they're experiencing more loss, more isolation. It is really difficult for them right now. And I think, you know, I'm going to continue to pray for a lot of them. That's, you know, the situation that we've seen on the news last week with the young lady, 30 years old, committing suicide. What are your thoughts on that? Because suicide always something that triggers a conversation for you.
Yeah. You know, those of you that don't know, my father committed suicide 26 years ago, about a month or two before we got married.
Yeah. So it'll be 27 years in
July?
May. No,
May.
Because May. Because when did I met you? It was I met you first. And it was after your birthday. When did you close on your house? Did you close on your house before your birthday?
I don't remember. I just know I closed on it before
you came on the date with me. So so it was after that. So so it'll be 27 years.
So, you know, when I see those on TV, when I see such stories like that, things like that, it always jars that. I start thinking about it a little bit, but I think about it, I think now more so with just with a heart of compassion, you know, that because the first thing I think about when I hear about it, having gone through that with our father, is that person had to really be hurting. I mean, that's the first thing I think about. And because I've always believed that suicide is a permanent answer to a temporary problem. And I think that if there were people that could get that option again, they wouldn't go that route.
Absolutely.
You know, so sometimes the enemy is able to blind people to, you know, the fact that there is hope, regardless of whether they see it or not. And they give up.
And take care of your, you know, get support for your mental health. Can be an ongoing process. I think sometimes, especially in the African-American community, we want a quick fix, and there's not always a quick fix. There are times when you have to, you know, stay with your counselor for a significant number of time, or if you've been prescribed a certain medication to help with anxiety or depression. We know that's not the cure, and that's not the end all be all. We know that you're not going to be on that forever. It's a process. But allowing yourself to walk through the process. Yeah,
it's important.
It is definitely important.
It's important. It doesn't, and I think you got to think about it from this standpoint too. If a doctor prescribes you whatever, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not in that, but prescribes you whatever. Here's the thing you got to think about as a believer. It's not a hindrance to your faith. It's a way of dealing with the symptom while you're working your faith to believe God to bring you through.
Yes. Because what people don't understand is that in Jeremiah's caveat of medications that he has to take, they have within that a prescription for anxiety medication and depression. And you would think to yourself, you know, why would he have to deal with that? Why wouldn't he? With all of the medical issues that are going on in his body, you know, and in his brain, and the disconnect that happens. They wanted to make sure that he was emotionally stable while he's dealing with all of those things.
Yeah, and it's important. I mean, we wouldn't even think about missing one of those medications because it's so important to him. So, you know, if you're going to believe God for yours versus somebody else's, and let them do what they got to do while they're waiting on the process.
Right. That's why I have on red today, because it is National Wear Your Red Day for. You didn't know that, did you?
No, you didn't tell me.
Like you would have changed
I don't
anyway.
have red.
Like you would have changed anyway.
I would have changed.
No, you wouldn't have.
I would change so we could match or something, you know?
You wouldn't have changed. Don't be playing with me.
Next time, try me.
Okay, next time. Well, I'm going to try you, because after this, next week, we're going to wear Black History stuff. Okay. Look at them and say, okay.
All right. So I got to dress like Kunta Kinte next week.
No. See, why don't we say
I'm a
Exactly. Why I don't do that with him? Because he be clowning. He clowns on everything.
No, I'm gonna dress. I'll dress next week.
Okay, no, let me tell y'all.
No, because I don't want it to be all mismatched and all that kind of thing.
All right. So one thing I knew about this man when I married him, I knew he liked to crack jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I knew that. But it's 24/7, 365 days a week. And he says, I'm not that bad. I'm patient with you.
Mm-hmm.
So here, when I went on Target, they had all this great Black History stuff. So I ordered shirts for the kids and I, but I didn't order you one.
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Because I feel left out.
No, because now I have accepted I'm not wasting my money because that man ain't gonna wear that shirt.
Now give me the shirt.
Or he'll wear the shirt one time and I'll never see the shirt again. So I said, I've just accepted. This is who he is. He's not going to participate. Did you hear what he just said? I said Black History Month. I'll wear my Kuta Kente. See?
Kuta Kente didn't have no shirt on.
Everything gotta be about roots.
I just come over here like this. No shirt.
They be done called the mental people on us. They be like, Pastor Ramsey on Family Room with no shirt on, y'all. I'll say, Lord have mercy. No, but it is Health Awareness Day, heart health, cardiac. You know, make sure you take care of your cardio. Make sure you, if you have any issues, heart palpitations, you know, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, anything that can deal with heart issues. My grandfather had open heart surgery. My dad's dad had some heart issues. One of my brothers, actually, two of them dealt with some heart issues because it can be hereditary. So it's really important for you to focus on your health. Don't act like y'all pastor and be joking about everything when I be on him about his health. Because let me tell y'all why we in this Flow with It Friday.
You work for the Red Cross? I'm just asking.
See, he just said I work for the Red
Cross. Mug.
It's because it's national.
All right. Go ahead.
See?
No, go ahead. You flowing.
Okay, this is what I'm trying to get people to understand. If you have a loved one, if it's your father, if it's your spouse, you know, if you have a brother, stay on them about their health. They're going to get smart with you. They're going to have something funny to say. They're going to get
Why you look at me?
They're going to do all of that.
Why you look at me?
But you still stay in their face and make them be accountable, because this right here, oh my goodness.
That you love it.
But you know you don't be doing right.
Mm-hmm.
You know you don't do right when I be trying to talk to you about stuff with your health.
I listen to what you say.
You get smart. Ooh, you get smart. You don't get smart.
Give me an example?
You don't get smart.
Can I get an example?
You don't get smart, babe.
Huh? Sometimes.
Babe.
I don't do it. You talking about when I called you the other day?
No, it's just, hey, babe, did you take your medicine? Hey, you need to eat something with that. Babe, did you make sure you charge that?
I do not sound like that.
What the that?
Y'all know she lying now.
You don't sound like that.
No. I don't know who you be talking to, but it don't be me.
So what do you be saying then? I'm exaggerating.
I'll say, okay, I'm on it.
No, you don't.
And then the other day I even called you. Remember I called you?
You said
when I called
you.
you.
So your response to me is, okay, I'm on it. Are you serious?
Sometimes. A couple of times. Maybe one or two times. What I say when I called you the other day?
Babe, okay. And so then this other day,
she told me about 75 things I needed to do. And I said, okay. And then when I left, what I do?
Okay.
I called you, what I do? Asked you, was there anything else I need?
Is there anything else I need to do? Is there anything else I need to know? I want you to know that I went through and I'm eating my breakfast, Mom. Is that okay? I mean, you always were going to throw something in there.
But it's all in good jest. You know what I'm saying?
And then Judah put her 2 cents in, and then she'd be so concerned. Father, I need for you to make, don't she?
And she be in my face
She
like
be in
this.
his face like she doesn't understand. And how do you respond to you're nice to her when she says it to you?
I said, Juice, I'm on it. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's the
Now
response.
get out my face. Oh, now get out my face.
Marvin says this: Jackie stays on me to check my blood pressure twice a day, once in the morning and before we go to bed. I log both times, and to be honest, my blood pressure is under control. That's good. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see my doctor in April to show him that I've been on it. Thank you, Jackie. That's good. You know, because it comes with it. It definitely
it's
comes
important.
with
No,
it.
it
It is important because how have you been doing? You've been doing great with the soda thing. Like, I will give you that.
Yeah, I haven't had soda in a minute. It's been a while.
Oh, look at Peter, our Australian deacon. The list is long and distinguished if First Lady is anything like my wife.
Maybe a little.
But why do we, we
Because
care?
y'all care. Y'all care.
Okay,
Y'all care.
that's what I'm just saying.
I got you.
So your heart health, is important. What you eat, not eating enough. Pastor doesn't eat too much. He doesn't eat enough. So me staying on him about, hey, did you eat? Like literally, I have to say, did you eat breakfast today? And he'll go, yeah. I have to go, what did you eat? And he'll go, let me think about that. Then I'd be like, if you got to think that hard, you probably didn't eat anything.
No, but sometimes though, I do got to think about it.
But a lot of times when you have to think about it, what's the answer?
The answer is a little bit. No, the answer sometimes is I forgot. Literally forgot.
Yeah, literally forgot to eat. So I have to stay on him about that.
And if I get in a roll, then I don't like to come out. So I just kind of keep going. Because
you've had to deal with things like making sure your cholesterol is low and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I take some for that. Do
you have heart
Nothing
in your lineage? Was there any type of heart issues?
Never.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good too. And so you got to know those things. It's important for you to understand heart health and answer those questions honestly. When they ask you those, is there a history of cancer in your family? Is there, high blood pressure in your family, diabetes in your family? Because it helps them to narrow down things sometimes as to what's going on with your body. Are you reading it?
No, go ahead. Good.
You got no. It's your turn.
No, I want you to get on that one.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah.
What? Okay, this is Jackie, Marvin's wife. What about what you doing?
I was trying to see if it show up over here.
Okay, come on, Spike Lee.
There you go.
Got it. All right.
see, and it's me all the time, right?
Look, Dolores said, "Who forgets to eat?" Exactly, because I don't ever forget to eat. Marvin says this. No, that's Marvin. I wanted Jackie's. You wanted me to read Jackie's response.
Yeah. Where is it at?
So you got to go the other way. The other way. Yes, right there.
There it is.
Okay. What about when you try to, in a loving manner, say, hey, you shouldn't be eating this or that, and they want to get loud and turn it around on but y'all don't have the same health issues. I just laugh it off because it is super funny to me, but he has to stop eating some of the things he knows he shouldn't eat because I'm watching.
That sounds like it's under control to me. Because she on him.
But she's asking, you have to.
Well, I mean, the person, if the person's going to be serious about their health, they got to listen. At some point, they got to listen, whether they like to or not. And the reality is a lot of times we need to be reminded of certain things. And that's where, a great wife can be a big help. So it's, I didn't say you.
He can't help it.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Whenever we do fasting, I'd be like, nah.
My father started this.
I'd be like, you're not fasting food.
He started.
You're going to fast talking about people because you can't go 24 hours without talking about people.
That's difficult to do.
He can't go 24 hours without talking about people.
I inherited it. It was a gene.
There's a gene on Jones and them
Mhm.
people. Okay, well,
Yeah.
you sure
In the
got it.
Black community, it is.
You got two of them.
No, it's important. It really is important. And I know for me, it's been helpful. And she doesn't. The thing about it that I do appreciate about her that she doesn't nag. And because if she did, I couldn't respond well to that. So she doesn't nag, but it is really in a loving way. Or she'll have a certain tone in her voice. Hey, honey, did you remember to get your X, Y, and did you take your medicine? Did you do this, that, and yeah, or whatever? And I'll respond to that. But it's not in a nagging way, and I can say that. But even for those of you guys that maybe if your spouse is nagging, they're doing it for a reason. They're doing it for a reason because if it's a health issue, especially if you're an African American male over 40, and there's a health issue, if it's something you shouldn't be eating, you shouldn't be eating it. You know, I know for me, I drank soda for so many years, but I've had so many kidney stones that
That was scary.
this last one was so scary
It was scary.
that it really has not been hard for me to stop drinking soda, and I haven't had it in like 6 months. So, you know, you don't want to go through what I went through to get to that revelation, you know, because I knew, and then over the years I had cut it down quite a bit. But when that last one hit, I said, nah, I'll never see a Pepsi again in my life.
So, you know, I don't buy it.
Mhm.
For you know, we may have some ginger ale in the house, and sometimes if your stomach's a little acting up or something, you'll, you know, sip on a ginger ale. But it was a mindset change. I think
it was total because before, I mean, there was a long period of time I didn't think I could do that.
right.
I mean, years. And but I'm telling you, what they say in that poem is really true. That some people won't change until the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain necessary to change.
Ooh, say that again.
Some people will not change until the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the pain necessary to change. And that's exactly where I was as it related to soda.
That is so good. And you know, Pastor and I say this to all the time, to each other all the time. The way we used to eat when we were younger, even when we first got married, we can't eat like that anymore. Our bodies just don't process it the same way or digest it the same. And you have to understand that there are times where there will be things I make for the kids, like, oh, I can't take that. I can't eat that. The kids can eat it, but I can't eat it. Now that we have an air fryer, I don't fry chicken the regular way. I air fry everything, and it's so much healthier, and they've gotten accustomed to it now. And they enjoy eating it that way now. So it's making those life changes. I make sure now that I buy more oranges, I buy more apples. Just the way I found out, even for our family, the way the food is positioned, if it's easy for them to grab it, like they'll go in and just grab an apple. They'll go in and just grab that. You know, Jay now, instead of him, those he used to always have those Lunchables that were high in processed. Now he'll do
pretzels and the
Chex Mix. We create, and I'll put Cheerios in there and different. He doesn't even know what's mixed in there, and he just likes to eat it. But it is up to
all day.
That's one thing about the being home. They just want to snack all day long instead of doing that. But health is important. And it is important for us as a community to really watch the things that we eat that affect our overall health. Are you always eating fried foods? Are you always eating fast foods? How many fruits and vegetables? How much water do you drink? You have to think about those things.
Yeah, and it really is true. Somebody was joking about it, but it really is true. I do forget to eat sometimes, and I don't. You do. And I don't eat very much. I mean, some guys, when they get around me, they think it was like a joke that they hear all the time. And then when they get around me, like I've had some chips and everything, I've ate with them before, and it's like, Ramsey, dude, you need to be ordering out the kids menu, don't you? But that's just me. So there are times that I'll forget to eat, especially if it's in the middle of the day. So in the middle of the day, that's not going to be hard for me to forget. If I'm doing something and I'm kind of in a rhythm with what I'm doing. So and I know it sounds weird, and it is weird. I admit it is weird, but that's just kind of me.
Tabitha says, try sparkling water.
No, I'm drinking all the water I'm gonna drink right now.
We done tried all of that: flavored water, sparkling water, Crystal Lights. We've tried everything. He don't like none of
but but you know what? The smart water, the other,
yeah,
what's
you
the
do
other
smart,
one?
but trying to like
Mhm.
the fizz and the taste.
Nah,
He's not
to
down for
me,
none
that
of
makes
that.
it worse. I
He
don't
don't
like it.
none of it.
I've tried all that before and it was horrible.
Yeah.
So I'd rather drink water. I like it unrefrigerated. And what we started doing is buying them in like a 1 liter deals.
Yeah.
And I try to drink 2 liters a day.
And so if I see it just sitting around, I don't nag him. I just be like, hey, you left this sitting over there.
And then I'm like,
I'd be like, hey, did you mean to sit this? Hey, babe, I know you left this in the other room. And he'd be looking at me like, he's getting on my nerves.
nah. But I'm pretty consistent with it, you know, especially when we do, because I figure if I got to pay money for it, I'm drinking it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I try to do 2 of those a day. Most days, 1.5. Some days I can get 2 down.
But tell them that you can now tell the difference though. If you haven't had enough water, like now your body, you know what the signs to look for, I guess.
Yeah. Now my body craves water. I crave it.
Yeah.
You know,
he
so
knows
if I
what
don't,
signs to look
if I had a day that I'm not drinking as much as I should, like if I don't drink at least a liter of this, the next day I'm not gonna feel right.
Yeah.
And so I'll get up and I'll jump right on it and go after it. So the one thing about it that this has shown me, you can change anything, and if you got the willpower to do it,
you can change.
Almost anything
if you have the willpower.
Mm-hmm.
That means that you don't have to talk about people if you don't want to.
Almost anything.
If you want to change talking negative and joning on people,
not talking negative, but just joning. There's a difference. I'm a very positive person. I learned joining when I was young. I was about 3 years old.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you learned it when you was young. Look, Dolores says this. I'm with you. She called Pastor is like the incredible shrinking man. I have to keep an eye on him.
I ain't shrinking.
You know, it's just
everybody always think I'm losing weight.
You about to make us have this conversation. I'm not having this conversation because do you want me to ask them?
Okay, let's take a poll.
Listen.
Let's get it out and over with.
Let's get it out in the open.
Let's take a poll right now. Doggone it.
Family members, friends, people close, you know, in the church have been coming about Pastor losing weight. First Lady, Pastor's losing weight. And when I bring that to him, I'm not losing no weight. I'm the same weight. And I said, I'm gonna leave it alone.
But I don't say
I'm gonna leave it alone. But no. Let's scroll. Let me see what y'all think.
The numbers are the numbers.
People are saying it to me all the time.
Why don't they say it to me?
Because they know you're not gonna receive it.
Well, what you gonna do with it?
I bring it to your attention, and you say I'm making it up.
I don't say you're making it up. I just say, babe, this is what the scale says.
Oh, let's see. Okay, listen.
Are you always gonna have one bootleg on there? I'm joking. That was a joke. Go ahead, read it. Come on, we taking a survey. Let's find the survey out.
Don't look at Dewana. I'm my pastor. They're my pastor. It's my pastor. She says this. You look great, Pastor.
Who said that?
Dewana said, it's okay, Pastor. You have a great sense of humor.
Thank you.
Pastor.
They all sound.
It's usually Lauren to be like, leave my pastor alone.
You usually leave Lauren alone. She ain't never did nothing to you.
Let me clear my throat. Dolores says,
oh, Jesus.
He is
go on to the next one. You said Dolores. Go on to the next one.
I deal with it all the time, Dolores. Here we go.
Dolores bootleg.
Here we go. So now, guess what? So now I'm not going to say the name. Because you're going to have something smart to say.
Okay. Don't say the name.
Here we go.
I will have something to say.
Look at Kenny. It's a family tradition. It's what the Ramseys do. Yeah, that's what y'all do. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it really is. He knows.
I know. He grew up in
He was raised in this loving environment.
He was raised in that environment too. Mm-hmm.
He learned joning when he was 3.
Yeah. Here we go. He is super skinny. Yeah, he has. Yeah. I thought he was doing hot yoga. So that's
she won't let me go back to it. That's why I'm out of shape.
No, because he doesn't eat enough and drink enough to be in hot yoga.
I drink enough now.
He doesn't replenish. So you go in the hot yoga and just shrinking away and like, oh, looking like a raisin. No. Okay.
So I was looking like a raisin when I was growing. So I look like a raisin when I was. Come on. Here's what's really sad. Here's what's really sad. You joan almost as much as I do. You really do.
God.
Oh my Lord.
All right. But see, that's why
Now I'm gonna raise it. See, what happens is y'all bring out her true feelings. Now we're gonna fight after the show.
no, but that's why we've been married for this long.
Why are you crying?
Because you had me laughing so hard. I couldn't take it. But that's why we've been married so long, because I can take it and you can take it. So here we go. I was trying to confirm that people have said, lost weight.
How many yays did you get on that?
It's a whole lot. Another one said yes. Okay, yoga. Here's another one. Pastor, I've noticed it as well, but I love you. Pastor.
Who is that?
I ain't saying that.
Hater.
Pastor, my pastor.
Hater.
Pastor, my pastor. Oh, look how well this one is worded.
Oh, Jesus.
Pastor, it does look like you're losing some weight. He could lose it in body fat and gain it in muscle. Got a little comment that that's a male. There go Lauren. That's my pastor.
Well, that ain't true right there, because I ain't working out right now because I can't do hot.
Now look
yoga.
at this. Look,
hot yoga is what I love.
Why somebody would? No, he do look like he losing weight, but don't talk about me, Pastor.
Who said it?
He's coming down a little bit.
Who said it?
Look at Peter.
Who said? Don't
Here go
talk
your bros. Pastor looks fine. Got your back.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. The first true member.
Pastor do need a class on how to maintain his weight in a pandemic.
What the pandemic?
Look at this one. Look at this one. Her teen. Caleb did say, Pastor looking real slim. Sorry, Pastor.
Who said that? Caleb?
A young person said it about you.
I think y'all need to get your eyes
Here go
checked.
Paris. Pastor, you look fabulous for your age. Quotes. Pastor,
bam.
Pastor, you look very skinny. You could probably wear John Jr.'s clothes.
No, that's too skinny there.
Because John Jr. is very thin. Somebody says, Pastor.
You gotta be a crackhead getting his clothes. If I was a crackhead, I could probably get into jeans.
That's an addiction. Don't talk about
Oh my God.
Who had that addiction. They, we just pray for them and help them and take them to their appointments. So I agree. We really can say, as in unison here, look at someone says, Pastor, First Lady, you both look wonderful. No, but you know what? It's all out of love, babe.
Okay, so what would you say the percentage of yays on that part?
Everybody. But here's the deal. They didn't say you look bad.
No, I know they're not saying that.
They just said you look slim, and that's what I've been telling you.
It's impossible for me to look bad. But I'm just saying, did they So would you say 80%?
90%.
For real?
Babe, and I've been telling him this, guys. I've been telling him.
I'm gonna start eating
biscuits
biscuits and gravy every day.
I've just been telling him for a couple of years, because he'll say, if he makes a comment like, I need to lose weight, I'm like, no, you don't. And he'll like, and then he'll try to compare himself to me or flip it on me. Like, my body and your body are totally different. I can look at French fries and gain weight. It doesn't affect you like that. Like, our metabolisms are totally different. And just getting him to understand that you look great. You don't need to lose weight. I think that's more so what I'm focused on.
Since we got to put all my business on the street, can I go ahead and be honest?
Uh-huh.
The one phobia that I never wanted to have was to get old doing what I do.
And gain a lot of weight. I know that's a phobia of yours.
That ain't going down.
But you don't have that in you. Like, you don't even eat like that.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have it in you. So that's
look. Somebody said 98%. Ain't nobody asked you nothing, Dolores. Sit down somewhere. I'm sorry, that's your woman, Peter. But tell Dolores, sit down somewhere.
So, and but the thing is, like, so he'll be like when I say I need to lose some weight, he'll be like, no, you don't. Yeah. I'm not talking about I'll never be like super skinny, like. Shh.
But sometimes you
those
can lose
days,
too much.
no, those days when you met me, the size 6 and all that'll never come back around. But I know when I can be healthier.
Okay.
So for me, I know when I can be healthier, and it's a choice. Cause like the
Remember
pandemic.
that time we was in the grocery store? You asked me to.
Tell them. Let me tell you how y'all pastor is, especially if y'all dating or y'all in a relationship. Listen how these men can be.
Early in marriage, maybe
in marriage.
First couple years. When did it happen? It was early in marriage, wasn't it?
You thought it was that early? It could have been within the first 5 years.
That's what
I think we had Johnny.
Okay,
we were
but
married
it was
2
in that
years.
first.
We were married 2 years before we had Johnny.
Right.
Okay, so that was like after that.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, we were in a grocery store, and if y'all gonna get mad at me, you gotta get mad at her too, because she.
Why are you going to get mad at me?
Because she posed the question. You posed the question to me. I just answered it.
Because I knew you were kind of like this, but I just wanted to hear you say it out of your mouth.
Okay.
Listen closely.
But I don't know why you want to test me in the grocery store.
I sure did.
In the grocery store, I don't know what aisle we were on. We were pushing the cart down there. There's a lady now at the other end, back towards us. She's walking that way. She says, "Honey, look." I said, "Look at what?" And she said, "Look." And I looked down there and I saw the lady she was referring to. And she said, if I was that big, would you stay with me? And I said, yes.
No, you did not.
Let me finish. Let me finish. I said, yes, but it would be a struggle.
You heard that, right?
That was my answer. I remember it like it was yesterday. I said, yeah, but it'd be a struggle. I'd have to ask the Lord for help.
But what did my grandmother tell you?
Oh, her grandmother told me when we first got married. That was early on, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went to see her and everything. Her mom used to crack me up because they had this embarrassing look all the time when I went over there, when the grandmother would get ready to say something. But I just thought it was funny, so it was cool.
Grandma would say whatever she wanted to say.
She would say whatever she wanted to say. We'd get ready to go. She said, all right, John. She said, stay with her, son. Even when she get old and big, just stay with her. I said, I got you, Grandma.
Grandma just didn't know. She just didn't know.
Oh my gosh.
Which I know. And then you know what?
But to the credit of the conversation,
okay,
the person that she identified for this comparison, it was serious. It was really serious.
Oh, you see, cracking up.
Oh my God, it was serious.
So he says that I brought that up, but he does this periodically. He would say things, but then you would say stuff like, babe, if you got that big, it'd be a struggle, but I still love you though. And you say that.
But you have to keep in mind, these are extreme circumstances that we're talking about here, which I think would be impossible.
Impossible to what? To be with
for you to get like that.
I mean, it's like some people that have that situation. It's not like they planned. They didn't just sit down one day and say, "Ooh, I decided
I'm going to get 3.5.
I'm going to get 400 pounds."
That would be 3.5 for you right now. Some of those examples.
Okay, so if that were to happen,
it'd be challenging.
Y'all. He said it'd be challenging.
Ooh.
Shoot, it's supposed to be for better or for worse.
Man, that's worse.
Sickness and in health.
Yes.
Till death do
Big
you
Mac
part.
and in cheeseburgers. Big Mac and quarter pounder.
He needs Jesus.
Together.
I just tell you, I know my husband.
On the same sandwich.
Even like things like this. I said, you know what? I've always talked about shaving my head one day. I've always talked about that. People who know me know. I was like, one day I'm just tired. I used to cut my hair all the time and cut it real short. I used to do that all the time.
I used to like your hair short.
Yeah, but now it's like I don't want to go to the beauty shop all the time. So I said, you know what? I'm going to shave my head. I'm just kind of ready to shave my head. What did you say?
I don't remember. Seriously, I don't remember.
What did you say when I said
we'd be twins?
No, that's not what you said.
I don't remember.
I said, You know what, honey?
She be holding all these grudges, y'all. Men, watch this right here.
But
watch
this was recently. This was within the year, babe. This ain't like it was a long time ago. Yes, this is recently.
Go with it. Go with it.
I said, you know what? I said, it's coming soon. Dad. I think I'm just gonna shake my head. You said, we gotta talk about that. We would have to talk about that. We would have to talk about that.
We got to have some prayer over it.
We would have to talk about it.
No, I like your hair short.
But I didn't say short. I like my hair short too. I said shaved.
So you want it like mine?
Shaved.
You having it like mine is like the question of the lady in the grocery store. I don't believe you're gonna do that.
You really? I will show you what I'm talking about.
No, I don't need you to show me. I'm just
see what he just said. See what he said. I'll show you a picture of what I'm talking about.
Okay, show me the picture.
But I've talked about.
You show me a picture, and then we can conversate about it.
I was like, because women, we go through those things where it's just sometimes, and now at my age, I'm like, I don't think that's something I won't worry about no more. That's all I'm saying.
All right, show me a picture.
I will definitely show you a picture, but
we can finish the conversation when you show me the picture.
It is Flow with It Friday. We were in the family room just having a conversation about
and all these bootleg members are voting
how we live our lives. We started talking about health because it is, National Wear Red Day because of heart health awareness. We want to make sure that you have a healthy heart, and it's important. And then we also talked a little bit about suicide. If you need help, make sure you reach out for help. Know that you're not alone. We love you. We care about you. In the family room, that's why we definitely try to keep our topics encouraging and uplifting, because we want you to have hope.
Yeah. My father had a lot of health challenges. I mean, just some brutal health challenges with botched surgeries and everything else. And the very next day, my mother had scheduled an appointment to drive him all the way to Cleveland.
Yeah.
So just in losing that hope, those few hours, so you gotta stay strong in that area and, receive the people around you that's trying to keep you encouraged, and get the help that you need medically. Get the help that you need and don't give up.
Remember when we just watched that documentary on Archie Manning's, and they talked about his father. That was something we didn't know. Looks like a lot of people have dealt with that.
Yeah. I mean, I had no idea. I mean, that really captivated me for the entire documentary.
Share it about them with them.
Yeah, it's just
we watched. They don't know in case they didn't watch the documentary.
Yeah, it was a documentary about the Manning family and his father, and what it was like for them being raised by a father that was a great quarterback, and all these types of things. But I just thought it was amazing that it seemed to me like his priority was being a great father.
It was. They kept bringing it back to that.
They would refer to what he does and all of that, and he would always say that his goal is be the greatest father he can be.
It was good and tell them why.
Because he didn't have that. His father never really expressed, emotions, saying "I love you," hugging you, that kind of thing. And then when they went to go somewhere, they were going to go somewhere as a family. Father said he was going to stay back. Mother took them. And when they came back,
and he was visiting home from college.
He was in college, and his father took his life in one of the rooms,
and he found him.
And he was the one that found him. So he's in there trying to fix things up a little bit before the mother saw him. So I mean, that's the kind of leadership and caring type person he was at that young. To be that thoughtful is unbelievable. So, when I saw that part, I was just glued for the rest of the program. Yeah. And you know what? You don't even make it about football, but I think you should watch. It's an incredible story.
It is. And
because there's so much more than football about it. You know what I mean?
It was a really
good story. About somebody, they call them the royal family of football. But really, you call that father the royal family, parenting, as a father.
It was really good.
Every man ought to watch that documentary.
It was really good because of his emphasis. He is truly the patriarch, but you see why
And
he is the patriarch of that family because he took that role more important than anything.
And it's so humble. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, he would bring his kids to practice sometimes on a Saturday or something like that. And the guys were saying, "What are you trying to do? You know, get them introduced to football?" He said, "No, I just want to be around my sons.
Just want to be around my boys."
You know, and that was his MO the whole way. That dude right there, they should win some kind of award for that because that story was incredible.
Yeah. So, you know, I think another thing
that's a big thing for me.
What is
to just being there,
being present,
being a husband and being a father that is present is huge. You know, I know what it's like to not have that. You gotta be there.
Yeah, the name of the documentary was it the Mannings or something?
You're good at that. I'm not.
You know, but it's on Disney Plus. So it was on Disney Plus, and it's about, you know, Archie Manning or the and it was really good.
Yeah,
it's definitely good. But I think that is one of the things, you know, that people do understand about this. Somebody took that we parent intentionally.
Yeah.
You know, we parent intentionally.
Yeah, we really do.
We strategically look at, and he and I, we talk it out all the time about raising our children. And we tag team so much that if Johnny calls him, he's immediately going to call me after he calls him. Or if he calls me, he's going to call his dad after he calls me. So it's like, even though I could tell his dad what he just said, or his dad could tell me, he wants to say it for himself. And I truly appreciate that relationship. And, you know, Judah's the same way.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah's probably the same way too, because if one of us is missing, he wants to ask where we are.
All the time. The whole day.
Yeah, the whole day.
The whole day. That one time when you and Judah went out of town for those couple of days.
Man,
after about 24 hours, it was mom.
Yeah.
Mom the whole time.
He wants to know where we are. But today was our Flow With It Friday. We just wanted to, you know, have a fun conversation with you today about life. This is kind of how we function. You know, if we have to be trapped in the house together for 3 days, I'm glad that I'm trapped in the house with you.
You say that again?
Just one more time. Because you didn't want me to be your wife a few minutes ago.
No, I do.
You didn't say I was a good. You didn't say I was a good wife. You said something smart a few minutes ago.
No, you're a great wife. You're a great wife. Seriously.
But no, we do enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
You know, we enjoy spending time together. Our family enjoys being together. We're not trying to run away from one another. It is truly what we preach about family. We live that. When I say we live it, even for Johnny to live on his own, he does things on his own, but he's still in close contact, checking in. He hit us up. You know, I said, hey, I just sent him a message. Make sure you stop by the grocery store when you're leaving work today because the snow's coming. He called, let us know how he was doing. So those are the things that we don't want to just tell you these things, but we definitely live by these principles.
Yeah, I think one of the many best compliments I think I've had is that there's a major bishop that said of me not long ago at this seminar that every time I talk to him, he's around his family.
Yes.
He's around his kids. And that's huge. And someone else said to someone that they wanted to meet me that you'll never find anybody that's more committed to marriage and family. And I think that's huge, more than ministry, more than anything.
That is excellent. Martina wants to know for Super Sunday, because Super Bowl Sunday is February the 13th.
Yes, it is.
What jersey
Not
are you
this Sunday, but next
Sunday. What jersey are you going to wear?
I don't. That's a great question.
Cincinnati or LA Rams?
Oh, okay. Those are options. Okay.
You know, the Cincinnati or LA Rams.
I'm probably going to go with Joe Burrow.
Cincinnati?
I think LA is going to be favorite.
Because it's in their stadium and everything.
But Cincinnati has not been there in.
That would be dope.
You know, they said that when they won that road playoff game,
yes,
that was the first time in the history of that franchise.
Yes.
That they won a road playoff game.
Yes.
So, I mean, I like it anyway, because you know me, I'm a fan of the game. And I love the storylines in the games more than the game itself. So I just think that would just be off the chain. And so we'll see.
Halftime show.
But I'll get something for next Sunday.
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, Snoop, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar. My ringtone is My Life, Mary J. Blige. So my phone rings this morning. He goes, because my phone was in the other room. He goes, your phone is ringing What would you say? In my life, your phone is ringing live. Like,
I can't remember my what? My what?
Mary J. Blige.
Mm-hmm. It should have been spiritual, like Fred Hammond or something.
Mary J. Blige, my life is spiritual. So we will be on it. So you have Super Bowl Sunday. We'll have to make sure we wear our jerseys on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
February the 13th. That is going to be an amazing time. But Flow with It Friday has been great, guys. We're so glad.
You guys really drive the conversation on Flow with the Friday. I see. Yep. I got somebody up there, Sharon, saying Cincinnati. It's going to be a great game, I believe.
Gonna be a good
and
game.
The thing for me is the storylines are going to be so awesome that whoever wins, I love the storylines within the game. It's going to be good. It's going to be
great. Good. So we're looking forward to it. So on the Family Room, you can support us. How can they support us in the Family Room?
You can support us. I'll put the information up there. You can text the word GIVE to 844-972-3594. You can also use the Cash App. There's that information if you want to do that. However you choose to do it, please make sure that you do it. And we greatly appreciate anything that you do. We're working on getting a brand new studio. And our hope is in the next 4 weeks or so that we'll be able to have that all set, because so much ministry now is taking place. I know pastors and bishops that are teaching Bible study from home, and they're having to make the investments in studios and whatever the case might be. So we're going to do the very same thing so that we can be able to have everything set up. I don't have to set up and break down every week like this, and be able to go in there, make a few moves, boom, hit it, and we're on. So whatever you do is going to help with that. So thank you in advance.
Yeah, New Life, the doors reopen on this Sunday in person. Make sure you go to Planning Center to register to help us with contact tracing. We have that you wear your mask when you come to the 9 o'clock or the 12 o'clock service, but we're looking forward to the doors reopening. Wednesday, we still do virtual, but I want you to make sure that you make a safe effort to be in the house with us starting this Sunday.
Y'all been locked in for 3 days, so you know you got to come to church on Sunday. You got to come to church on Sunday. So listen,
absolutely,
be there with us for the 9 or for the 12.
Yes.
For some reason, if you can't make it, please make sure that you be a part of that, and share as much as you possibly can, because we are at a point now where we're seeing people join from different parts of the country. You can have somebody that's a full-time member, tither, giver, everything except physically serving, and they're in Ohio somewhere.
Right.
So if we got that going on, let's make sure the members are at least on the thread every single week, Wednesdays and Sundays.
Right. As we prepare to close out in prayer, if you have a prayer request, put it in the thread. If you just want prayer for yourself, just put your hand up as we close out. We look forward to chopping it up again with you on next Friday. So put your prayer requests in the thread. And Pastor, and look how good our kids have done. They have not come in here one time.
This is the best they've ever done.
This is the best they've ever done.
Best they've ever done. And I just want you to know I forgive all you bootleg members that voted against me on the weight, but
he knows it's the truth. But you look good, babe.
I'm trying.
You look good.
I'm trying.
And I just,
I could look even better if I was doing.
But I love the goatee. I love all that.
Hot yoga. If I was doing that.
Yes. That, but I just don't want you to look like no raisin. But
okay, if I promise you I'm not gonna look like a raisin, can I go back?
We'll talk about it.
Let's talk about it in front of people. I want to witness.
No. And then remember all that saliva and sweating and excretion and all that stuff. With COVID going on, that's why I said you had to pause that too.
Yeah, it's been a long pause though, but
hopefully. We'll talk about it because your intake has been better with your liquid, so we can talk about all of that.
That's what I want to hear.
All
right, everybody, put your prayer requests in the thread. Just know that if you turned in your goals and your objectives for the year, that I'm praying over those for at least the first 3 or 4 months of the new year. Yes. And they're on my desk. We got a special container just for those. Every time I come in, I lay hands on it, pray over them. And so give us some testimonies of God beginning to do some of those things that you put down there that you're believing for as they come to pass.
All right. So let's pray.
Let's pray. Father, in Jesus' name, we thank you for all those that joined us today. We had a great time today. I pray that everybody was encouraged, and at minimum that everybody at least laughed a little bit, God. I pray that you would bless every request that's on the thread or coming onto the thread in these next moments, that you would move in an incredible way in the lives of those people, their families, their health, and help us, Lord, to all develop a greater consciousness and conviction about taking care of our own health the right way and being realistic about it, God. I pray that you bless us and allow us to have an incredible weekend as we go into Sunday. In Jesus' name, Amen.
Amen. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. Have a great week.
See you Sunday.